I wanted to believe, but the tools have been taken away. The X-Files have been shut down. They closed our eyes. Our voices have been silenced. Our ears now deaf to the realms of extreme possibilities.
Reinstatement of the X-Files must be undeniable.
Welcome everybody to the Dark Talk Files, episode 33, Firewalker. I am your host Dan, and I'm here with my FBI bro Paul. Paul, how's it going?
Dan, it's going fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm alright, yeah. Been walking on some fire, hot coals, getting in the mood for this episode.
That's nice.
Yeah. No, it wasn't for me.
Well, funnily enough, I've actually got a little tab open here about firewalking. Yeah.
Ooh,
Firewalking
okay.
is the act of walking barefoot over a bed of hot embers or stone.
Yeah, I used to see people doing that on like those weird programs, like not Eurotrash, but programs like it, like Tarrant on TV, where you'd like show you all this mental stuff. And
Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Yeah, and like people lying on beds of nails and shit like that.
Yeah.
I remember one episode of Tarrant on TV, which was fucking brilliant. There was this Japanese father and his, 10-year-old, 11-year-old son who was like this chubby fat kid. And basically, this kid had a belly that was so strong that, like, his father was running trucks over his belly. And the kid was like, "Whoa!" And, like, it was just so strong that he could take the weight of, 3-ton trucks and shit like that. It was mental.
That's weird as fuck. Do you remember that one? It was a magician who, had knives in bags and he, slammed that woman's hand. She was like a TV presenter onto the knives, and it was supposed to be like a trick, but she actually just knifed herself through the fucking hand. Full on. Oh god. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that one. I do remember one. Well, I don't remember it happening because it didn't happen in this country, but I'm big into lost media, and missing episodes of TV shows from the 80s, 90s, and there's a whole community on Reddit and YouTube that love to track that shit down, because it's fucking fun.
Of course.
And there was one guy that posted a couple of years ago. He said, "Does anyone remember the time that there was a magician on the Jay Leno show and he sawed this woman in half and he actually did it and they cut away?"
Oh, yeah.
Do you know this story?
I listened to something about this about 2 weeks ago, I think.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah.
It turned out it was Arsenio Hall, wasn't it? That it was just a comedy gag. It was just like a joke.
Right, okay.
But everyone, it was never mentioned ever again. So everyone was like, "Oh God, do you remember that thing from I think it was 2001, something like that?"
Yeah. Didn't they remove it from their episode list as well or something, so that it made people even more confused, and that's why they became lost media. That's what I think I heard anyway.
But I don't think all those shows are up for streaming. You know what I mean? I think you just had to catch it on VHS, because that library must be massive, because the Tonight Show is on is it every 6 out of 7 nights in America? I don't know.
Fuck knows. Funnily enough, on that same video, there was an Unsolved Mysteries episode that was lost as well, because someone thought that they could solve it and they were trying to find it, and I think they went to Reddit or somewhere and everyone was looking for it, and it just turned out that if something gets solved, they just remove it from their archives or something like that, and that was apparently the answer. So
no, I think that one's even more boring. I think it was just made up. Was the because I watch Unsolved Mysteries daily because I love it. I watch all the old episodes. It's constantly on in the background in my house. They don't remove them. They provide updates of what happened. So even to this day, somebody's going around editing the episodes to add, if the killer was found or what happened. But yeah, so I think that was just made up.
Oh, fair enough. I don't know.
And that was our spooky story for the week. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Yeah, so Firewalker, Monster of the Week. Do you remember this one from when you were younger?
No, not really. I remember the neck bulges a little bit, but I could just be misremembering it as something else. But nah, not really. I'm not surprised though. Come on.
What, didn't you like it?
It was all right.
I thought this was great.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon it's the at the bottom of the episode so far. It's the worst one. Yeah.
What, worse than the vampire episode?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was highly entertained by that. No, I do, but it felt a bit like we've seen it before.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean, don't you?
I thought it was just like a remake of Ice, but with fire instead.
It was ice with hot molten magma.
Liquidy goodness. I enjoyed the cast in this, though. They were all... we'll get down to the cast, but every single time a new actor turned up, I was like, oh, it's that guy. They're in this. And I was just listing all the stuff in my head that they were in, because there's a lot of familiar faces in this one.
Yeah, you're right.
Right, let's go. Okay, so we open up at this volcano research station, which to me sounds like the best kind of research if you're going to be a scientist. What do you research? Oh, yeah, volcanoes. What about you? I don't know. Moisturizer? I'd rather be a volcano scientist than anything else. Maybe apart from like a space scientist would be pretty cool.
I like more of like the fungus kind of stuff that they're talking about in this episode. That more interesting to me than volcanoes. Never a big volcano fan myself.
Maybe you were thrown into one in a past life and that's followed you through to this one.
Probably. I do dream about dying in a volcano almost every night, so...
I always thought that, growing up, when I was a kid, I always thought the lava was going to be a big problem for me when I was an adult. The same way you think quicksand is going to be everywhere, but it's just not.
Yeah, no, big time. I was preparing for years for volcanoes to just erupt everywhere, and I remember looking at mountains thinking, is that a volcano? That's legit.
Do you remember when that volcano went off in Iceland and like nobody could fly anywhere in like the whole world? Just from one volcanic eruption, like fucked up the entire human fucking economic system.
From that, all I remember is that really pissed off Scottish guy. He was like,
yeah, I know.
Do you remember him?
I hate Iceland.
I hate Iceland. Fucking hell. Yeah.
It just shows, though, doesn't it, that Mother Nature does not give a fuck. She can take this planet back anytime she wants.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Imagine if 2 volcanoes erupted, we'd be fucked.
Be like tits squirting out juice.
What the fuck are you on about?
I don't know.
Is that how you think of when you think of Mother Nature?
Volcanoes do look a bit like boobs, though. If there were 2 next to each other shooting out magma, then they'd look like boobs squirting out.
Yeah. I remember when I was making love to my pregnant wife and I was like sucking her boobs and lava came shooting out of them, Oh, yeah. I'm cutting all this. This ain't staying in.
Might want to cut that, yeah.
Yeah. So, these scientists, they patch into a live feed from the Firewalker robot, which is like this fucking tin can Robot Wars looking thing that they've just set down into the volcano. It just looks fucking shit. But, that's what they look like, these things, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the Firewalker robot has made an unauthorized descent into the volcano, and they're looking at the camera footage, the live feed. And on the monitor, they see the body of a guy called Erickson, who is dead, and they see a mysterious shadow moving in the lava before the feed cuts out. They're panicking because nothing should be able to survive in those temperatures. There should be nothing living in those temperatures. What I did notice at this point, one of the scientists, Dr. Pierce, who is filming this, he has got the bluest eyes ever. Did you notice?
The guy with the mustache?
Yeah, the guy that gets murdered later.
Yeah, I did notice. It should be in I Know Who Killed Me.
That's what I was thinking. Is this some sort of subtle hint that he's going to be the villain of the piece? But no, he is not.
Yeah. We do see a lot of blue-eyed people in the X-Files, though. I brought it up before, haven't I? Thought there was going to be like a theme with it at one point, but there was not.
I think you were thinking too deeply into I think you were, coming down off a David Lynch binge or something.
Probably, yeah.
So this doctor takes this video he's recorded of the Firewalker to Mulder and Scully in their office. They're back in the basement and they're back together. Yay, they're working cases together. How did this make you feel?
Oh, I felt amazing. This did make me feel great. And I like that they didn't have to gloss over like any kind of story or plot, that they're back together, everything's back to normal. It just went straight into it, and that was good for me. I don't need all that fluff. Yeah.
We can assume all the things that have happened, and we know they're back together and ready to rock and roll.
Gillian Anderson is looking glowing in this.
She is, isn't she?
She looks right as rain. She does.
Motherhood suits her, doesn't it?
It sure does.
So Mulder and Scully's help has been requested by the blue-eyed doctor who plays in the footage, and Mulder immediately jumps out of his chair as soon as he sees that shadow. He's like, nothing should be able to live into the volcano at this at that sort of temperature. Like we know Mulder's a nerd about science, isn't he? Because he loves space, he loves volcanoes, he's like really into this sort of stuff. Like he knows his shit, doesn't he?
Yeah.
They also play a bit of footage of brilliant scientist Daniel Trepkos, who is missing. He is described by the other dude as the Mozart of volcano science. Did you recognise Dr. Trepkos, the actor?
Yeah. I think I know him mostly from Billy Madison.
Billy Madison? What?
That Adam Sandler film where he has to go through school again.
No, I've never seen that, actually.
Oh, yeah. It's one of the better ones, one of the early ones, like ridiculous. But he plays the villain in that.
Yeah. Bradley Whitford, he plays a villain in quite a lot of things. So I know him from RoboCop 3, mostly.
Yes.
But I guess his most famous role recently, he is the dad in Get Out.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's fucking great in that. Also, Cabin in the Woods as well.
Oh, is he one of the scientists?
Yeah, he's the one that's obsessed with the mermaid.
Yeah. That's a good film as well. Good to be rewatching that.
Yeah, that is a laugh of a film. Prolific TV actor. Just got his IMDb up here. He's been in fucking everything. Brooklyn Nine-Nine as well for a couple of episodes. I don't remember him in that, though.
I kind of do, but kind of don't. Don't know. I haven't got a very good memory.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is, it triggers me because my tattooist, he loves that show. So when I was getting tattooed, he'd always put that on for me. So we'd sit there and we watch like 8 episodes in a row. So I just associate it with pain now.
I do with Down in a Hole by Alice in Chains, but the live acoustic version.
Yeah.
That my tattooist used to play that, like, used to come on about 6 times throughout a session. So I remember just lying there, getting my throat tattooed and just hearing Down in a Hole and just being like, oh my God, pain.
Yeah, put something more positive on, please. Yes, so Mulder is concerned about Scully going on a case that involves descending into a live volcano because it is dangerous. But she's ready to get back to work after months off being experimented by aliens. I like this because Mulder, he's not insistent. He's like, you can't go, Scully, because something might happen to you. He's just like, please don't go. And she's like, look, I have to go. I mean, what else am I going to do? I've already just had like a year off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that shows him respecting her, doesn't it? He's not like telling her. He's suggesting it more so, isn't he?
Yeah, politely suggesting. But, there's nothing he can do because she is her own woman and she just says, no, I'm working. What happened to me could have happened to anyone. So, yeah. And it's already happened to me. So what are the odds of it happening twice?
Yeah.
So they arrive at the research station and they find it is apparently abandoned. Blue Eyes heads off alone to conduct a damage survey. So see you later. You're not coming back. We're never seeing you again. Leaving Mulder and Scully to search the base. And this place is trashed. Now, I love it. You know me. I love an abandoned base where the good guys come in to see what's happened to the previous crew. I was like, oh, yes, please. I love this. Yeah. And then also Mulder and Scully are in their casuals as well. So I was like, yes, those suits.
Yeah. We got Timberland Mulder this episode. I don't know if he's had Tim's on before. I think he has.
I think he has, yeah.
But it's him coming back in one of his classic alter outfits, isn't it?
I think he's wearing the same outfit he had on in Little Green Men when he was in quote-unquote Puerto Rico.
Oh, shit.
I'm wondering if they filmed this in the same forest just round the corner.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Yeah, they look cool, though. So they go into the base, and it turns out that this base is not abandoned. There is an axe-wielding maniac who attacks Mulder from the darkness, but Mulder easily overpowers him. Mulder's got, like almost a foot in height on this dude. Like it just cuts to, like, him swinging with the axe, then it cuts back, and Scully's like, Mulder! You just see Mulder just, like, roughing this dude up, like fucking bends him over the table.
He does. He's pretty fuming with him, like.
So this is Ludwig, played by Leyland Orser. Now, he's another recognisable face. Where do you know this guy from?
He's in Taken, isn't he? He's in those Taken films. I've only seen the first one.
I don't know him from that, though, to be honest. I couldn't remember him in that.
What do you know him from, Dan?
So I know him mostly from Alien Resurrection.
Yeah, Alien Resurrection, yeah.
I know him from Escape from LA as well, which is the really, really bad sequel/remake to Escape from New York.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's been in everything over the years, like, 24, Ray Donovan,
7, Bone Collector.
7, yeah, that's it. Oh, he's the dildo guy from 7. That's, yeah, fuck, I forgot about that. The dildo guy.
The knife dildo guy.
Yeah. He always plays like a really, he's really good at playing like a scared character, isn't he? That's his look, isn't it?
He's a Runaway Jury. Have you ever seen that?
No, I have not.
Daredevil. He's in a TV movie called Ice.
Oh.
He's also in The Outer Limits as well. And guess who else is in The Outer Limits?
Everyone.
Roger Barnes from Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan.
Literal friend of the pod.
Literal friend of the pod. Roger Barnes is also in an episode of Millennium as well. So if we ever cover that, we'll be discussing our buddy Roger.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get him on the show.
Hell yeah, definitely.
Fucking love Roger Barnes.
And me. What a legend Roger Barnes is. The quickest email replier in the West.
You emailed him live on the show and he replied like instantly.
Yeah, amazing. What a dude. So polite as well, so friendly.
Yeah, so this is Ludwig. He's the robotics engineer, so he is in charge of putting together that tin can machine, the Firewalker. He is terrified of Dr. Trepkos, and he claims that Trepkos has lost his mind and has murdered the first doctor, who was Dr. Erickson, and he keeps coming back to try and kill everybody else. But he also introduces us to a couple of other survivors. So we meet Tanaka and we meet Jesse O'Neill. And now he introduces Tanaka. He's like, this is Dr. Tanaka. He's in charge of such and such and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, and this is Jesse O'Neill, who is a woman. He just can't be asked, like, he's just like, oh yeah, all right, see you, love, yeah, put the kettle on for us, love.
It's because she's a student, though, isn't she? She's like, she's only there because she's banging the other guy.
Yeah, well, Scully asks her, she's like, what do you do? And she's like, oh, I'm an academic, I'm here to study. And Scully's like, well, yeah, thank you, Scully, for asking her that. It doesn't matter that she's just a student,
Yeah, but like the mindset of the guy who's like, more concerned about people getting infected and dying and stuff, he's probably... I'm not sticking up for him, but I'm trying to see inside the mentality of a twat of a dude who's just like...
twat of a dude.
He doesn't care, he doesn't care. I was just looking up Hiro Kanagawa.
Okay.
Yeah, just looking up. He's been in fucking everything. Cool dude as well.
Altered Carbon. Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Altered Carbon. Do you know what? I've only watched like 5 minutes of Altered Carbon, and I really do want to
never seen any of it. Smallville.
It's a bit like Altered Carbon is a bit like Blade Runner.
Oh, okay.
He's also in a TV show that we discussed before called Dark Matter, which is about... Have we discussed that? I don't know, actually. I might be lying there. But he's also in 2 other episodes of The X-Files, so we'll see him again.
We will see him again. Did you recognise the actress that plays Jessie O'Neill?
Yeah, she's from Saw, isn't she?
Yeah, she is, but I didn't know that until I looked it up, because I was convinced she was a young Juliette Lewis.
She was absolutely giving off Juliette Lewis vibes.
Yeah. I was like, is that Juliette Lewis? Before she was like mega famous, but no, it's not. Yeah. It's Shawnee Smith, but she's the main, she's Amanda in Saw, isn't she?
Yeah. That's mostly what I know her from. She's been in like a couple of sitcoms and stuff as well.
Yeah, puts on a really good performance here.
Yeah. You can't fault anybody's acting in this episode. It's really good. She's also in Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Who does she voice in that?
Fever 105 female imaging voice. I think it's that. Oh. That means she's on the radio or something.
Well, there you go.
She's been in a shit ton of stuff as well. She's in the Shining TV series from 1997. She's in The Stand as well. 3 episodes of The Stand from 1994. The miniseries.
Oh my! Who does she play in that?
She plays Julie Laurie.
She played Julie Laurie. Who's that? I can't even think who that is. Oh, she's got to be like...
I can see it, but I can't remember.
She's also in Armageddon.
Her, like, holding a shotgun out of a window. She looks pretty mental. God, I haven't seen The Stand in such a long time.
It's great.
Need to watch it.
The Stand.
Yeah. God, I've got so many things on the burner to watch. I don't know. Good job I'm off for another week.
So Mulder and Scully read through Trepkos' notes, and they discover that he may have found a new form of life inside the volcano. And all the way through this, they keep going, this is a silicone-based lifestyle? Silicone-based lifestyle.
Sure.
These filthy degenerates and their silicone-based lifestyle makes me goddamn sick. No, a silicone-based life form, when the rest of life, all life as we know, is carbon-based, which it just made me think of that line from the X-Files episode of The Simpsons where Dr. Hibbert asks Homer, he's like, is the alien silicone-based or carbon-based? And Homer's like, the second one, xylophone. So yeah, that's where they got this one from. That was a nice bit of trivia that I came across naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mulder calls the survivors, the surviving team, he calls them paranoid, which I thought is a bit rich coming from Mulder, because, like, come on, man. Like, these are your kind of people, you know?
Yeah.
So Dr. Blue Eyes is outside alone in the forest, and he finds some piece of equipment, so he goes to check it out, and Trepkos attacks him in the woods and strangles him from behind, like, fucking hell, just like he's Jason Voorhees, just literally, like, garrots him out of the nowhere. So, rest in peace to Blue Eyes. You weren't the villain I suspected you of being.
You shouldn't judge people by their blue eyes, Dan.
I shouldn't, but it's just been like, I grew up watching I Know Who Killed Me, so it's just put it into me. It's instilled into me. So Scully wants to leave with everyone and return with a SWAT team to deal with Trepkos, but Mulder resists because he believes that there's a new life form in the volcano. He's like, we can't because there's an alien in the volcano. And Scully's like, look, we need to get these people out of here. We need to, she's like focused on saving lives. Let's get these people safe. Come on, Mulder, don't be a bell end about this. Yeah. So Jesse explains to Scully that Trepkos, he stopped taking his medication because he believed it was polluting his brain, and he also stopped sleeping with her because she was polluting his body. And like, I was just like, God, she gives a really like sad performance at this point. I was like, oh no, I'm heartbroken. Yeah. The episode picks up here when Tanaka starts suffering a medical emergency. He starts having like a fit. So Scully's like, right, we need to evacuate this dude and get him out of here. So Mulder and Ludwig put him on a stretcher, and they're like running like the Chuckle Brothers, holding him on this stretcher to get him evac to the chopper. But then Mulder notices movement under Tanaka's skin, and then like Tanaka just rolls off the stretcher and just like sprints off into the woods. Mulder's chasing. He's like, hey, get back here. Let me save your life. And he's like, no.
What do you reckon? Right. So what do you reckon is happening with him? Do you reckon he's trying to not contaminate them by running away because he knows what's going to happen, or something else? Because later on that would suggest that that's not what happens with this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So this is the first time this has happened to anyone on this crew, right? Because the only other guy that's died is Dr. Erickson, and he was murdered by Trepkos inside the volcano. Yeah. So before what could happen happens. So this is the first time the parasite has ever got this far.
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know if he knows what's going to happen. I think he's just panicking. I think he's just like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense in this, because we see that, the shadow in the volcano on the footage, it never explains what that is or how something could be alive down there.
I was going to ask that towards the end, like, what is the shadow of? Is it of Trepkos?
That's what I assumed it was, and it was like he's killed Dr. Erickson, but then how's he alive? He just he's a weird character. He just lives in the volcano.
Well, he's just human, isn't he? He hasn't been infected by this thing, and he hasn't got any special powers or anything.
No. So, I mean, he's got that flare gun that just...
He's got that Ric Flair gun. When he fires it, it goes, woo!
He's here all night, folks. He's here all night.
No, I'm not. I'm very sorry. I won't make any more jokes.
Surprised that vampire stuff hasn't creeped back in. So Tanaka rolls off the stretcher, runs into the woods. His seizure gets worse, and he falls down the bottom of this hill. He starts contracting and spasming, and we get the full John Hurt and Alien treatment as this chest burster comes out of his throat, and this thing looks fucking gross as shit. I love this.
This was right up my street. This was like, I'm into stuff like that.
Yeah.
This kind of stuff.
Paul has shown me a page from his graphic novel where something similar happens to a poor dude.
Yeah. And then sorry, I'm getting distracted here, aren't I love all that kind of stuff. So that, like, as soon as this happened, this is where I was like, oh, fuck, right, yeah, this is good. Shit.
And later on, when this happens to somebody else, we'll talk about what it is. So inside the volcano, there's new silicone-based life, and it's like a parasite. It gets into you, it uses your body as a host and grows, and eventually bursts out of you like an alien chest burster, except it comes out your throat, which would be much worse, I think. Can you imagine that? Ugh.
Yeah, because with the chest burster, you probably wouldn't last as long but you'd be like panicking looking at it. But with the throat thing, you'd be able to see it, but not be able to breathe at the same time. I think it would be a bit worse,
And then you'd probably choke to death slowly.
Yeah, or quickly, because I think he was choking as it was beginning to happen, wasn't it? Because it was like coming up into his throat. But I was going to talk about this later, but we've already discussed cordyceps before, haven't we? Cordyceps and what they do with the way that they spread themselves, because they burst out. Yeah, their spores, they burst out and explode and spread their spores everywhere, which is essentially what this is doing as well. So I think that's based on this again.
This is pretty much The Last of Us.
Yeah, pretty much. But if the corpses became reanimated, or they were being like a host to the spores and the fungus, then that would be exactly what The Last of Us is. Yeah.
It's still really fucking cool though, because basically you have to be in the vicinity of the throat burster for the spores to get into you, because you can be around them later on, but it doesn't affect. Scully figures this out. So Scully believes it's a fungus, and Mulder argues it's this silicon-based life form which shouldn't exist, and if it's airborne, it could infect everybody. But we find out later you have to be there during the throat bursting for it to infect you.
Yeah.
Okay. And Dr. Trepkos wasn't there when this happened the first time, and so Dr. Trepkos wasn't in the room when the whole crew were infected. So the Firewalker went down into the volcano, brought the spores back up, and infected everybody with it. But Trepkos wasn't there, so he's realised what's gone on. So that's why he's murdering everybody to save the world. He's trying to stop him from returning back to the mainland.
Yeah, he's such a good guy. Yeah.
I mean, he's not. He's a bit of a dick, to be honest, but yeah. So Scully quarantines the group and refuses to let anybody leave. Mulder is just like, right, I'm going to go and find Trepkos. And Scully just gives him this look. She just side-eyes him. She's like, oh, for fuck's sake. She's like, really? And he's like, I'm going to. He's like, just as much as I couldn't stop you from coming here, you can't stop me from going there. And she's like, all right, fair enough. And then she's like, I'm going to stay here and work on this.
She does want to go though, and he says he talks her out of it. He's like, no, this might be too dangerous for you. Yeah. And but she does listen. She's like, okay, I'll do the autopsy.
Yeah.
And
but he doesn't like overpower her though. He sort of like appeals to her and says, listen, you're more valuable here doing this. I can handle this by myself. Yeah.
Similarly, as what we said before, he's not telling her they're equals. He's not demanding. He is suggesting and, as you said, appealing to her. So
yeah, and it's like, well, they're partners, aren't they? So you've got to work with your partner. Yeah. Sometimes they know what's best for you, and vice versa.
However, it probably would have been safer if she did go with him, because it nearly doesn't end well for Scully.
It probably would have been safer if Mulder just didn't go either, because like he doesn't need to go. Like just as it turns out. Yeah. So Mulder enlists Ludwig's help to guide him into the lava caves, which sounds like a level off Zelda or something like that. And so they're wandering around the caves together, and then Ludwig is suddenly killed when this Ric Flair hits him in the back. It just comes flying out of the cave and just destroys him. Trepkos appears with a flare gun, and he holds Mulder hostage, but he also incinerates Ludwig's body to destroy the parasite that's inside him. Now, I was thinking at this point, like, this parasite lives in a volcano, right? Like the hottest place on Earth. Like, what's burning the body going to do? Like, is it going to do anything? I don't know. Does this make sense?
I don't know. It's like trying to put out a fire with more fire.
Yeah, I always used to hate that phrase. Let's fight fire with fire. It's like, well, what? You're just going to make it worse.
Yeah.
Do you know another phrase that I never used to understand that I've only recently just got? When people say, have your cake and eat it.
Yeah.
I always used to think like, well, why wouldn't you eat it? You have your cake and then you eat it, and that's what you're supposed to do with it. I didn't realise it meant you want to have it, but you also want to eat it. I didn't realise that you wanted two separate things to exist at the same time. Yeah, two states of being.
Having both things your way, isn't it?
Schrodinger's cake. It exists, but it doesn't exist.
Do you know, when I was little, I used to, like in TV shows and films, you'd primarily American stuff, you'd hear people say dead meat. Like bullies be like, you're dead meat, pal, and stuff like that. Yeah. I used to think it was dead neat, and I just thought that I didn't get it, and I thought they were going to tidy up. I remember someone saying dead meat, and I was like, what?
Your attention to cleanliness is exceptional. Yeah, so Mulder is held at gunpoint, and he's like, I'm going. He's like, I need to get back to save Scully, because Trepkos explains what the parasite does and all that. And Trepkos is like, you ain't going anywhere, pal, because Trepkos has now got Mulder's gun. Mulder just looks at him and he's like, listen, I'm going. I'm walking out of there, so if you shoot me, you shoot me. And I was like, oh, Mulder, don't test this dude. He's clearly fucking one of the most unhinged people you've ever met. And that's saying something.
Yeah, this guy lives in a volcano. Like, he doesn't give a shit.
So back at the station, Jessie begins convulsing, and we've spotted that she's Jesse's got the throat parasites a little bit earlier as well. So Scully, instead of running from her, Scully tries to save her, which is something Scully would do. I was like, well done, Scully, bravo. Right, now, I must have looked away from the screen at this point, because when I look back, somebody was handcuffed, and I thought was it Scully?
Yeah, so she handcuffs herself to Scully.
Right.
It's not explained, but this is kind of what I was talking about earlier with what is it, Tanaka, is it?
Yeah.
So I think the idea for this is that Jesse isn't really in charge anymore, and it's the parasite controlling her to handcuff Scully so that she definitely infects her, you know?
Yes, okay, yeah. So yeah, I think maybe Tanaka had a bit more sense to him, was like, I know what's going to happen, I'm going to save these dudes, and like sprinted off to die alone. Maybe look at it that way. Yeah. Whereas Jesse's like been overtaken by the parasite more at this point.
Yeah. But it does happen very quickly, and it does happen in the dark as well, so it's like,
well, that's it, because I wasn't sure who was handcuffed at first, and I was like, has she handcuffed Scully together? And then I was like, oh no, maybe she's handcuffed herself to save Scully, so she doesn't attack her. So I was really confused by this.
Yeah, I get you. It is revealed in a moment though that they are handcuffed together, because Scully has to fucking carry her. She just launches her up onto her shoulder and runs with her. It's just like, Jesus Christ.
When she breaks through the handcuffs as well, she's like, right, and then she just throws her into this like containment fridge. She's like, see ya. It's like, slams the door. He's like, I don't have to look at you anymore.
She's got that desperation strength, and she's just like, like when people lift up buses to save children from being trapped and stuff like that. My grandma did that, apparently. Her and like 4 or 5 other people lifted up a bus to rescue a person who has been crashed on by the bus. My sentences are not coming up properly.
I know, yeah. You got a parasite in you or something.
I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. But apparently a double-decker bus had like toppled over and landed on someone. And my grandma and 4 or 5 other people, I don't know how true this is, it was a story that was in my family. They had that like adrenaline strength and just lifted up this bus to get someone out. So I don't know. That's really cool, actually. That is pretty cool. Yeah.
Did she do like is it Johnny Carson on The Simpsons when he's like juggling that convertible over his head, like just see like throwing the bus back and forth to each other. Yeah, so Jessie is trapped inside the containment chamber. Scully is like safe for now, and she's banging on the chamber window. She convulses, and the throat burster comes out. And this looked so good. Like you see the spores spray all over the glass. It's fucking chef's kiss. That was fucking amazing effects.
It was really good, to be fair. You can tell the budget's gone up for this season as well, can you?
Yeah, definitely. We're seeing a lot more of the supernatural stuff as it's happening, you know?
Yeah.
So Mulder returns back to the research station with Trepkos, who has just decided to just let him go for whatever reason. Scully is safe, and Trepkos is absolutely devastated by Jessie's death. He's like, oh no, she's dead. And when Mulder calls for an evac, the woman on the other end of the line, she's like, how many survivors? And Mulder's just like, no, just 2, me and Agent Scully. And Scully's like, what are you letting this dude go for? He's like a murderer. He's killed like 3 people. Mulder says, oh, he's done. He's just gonna he's gonna go and kill himself in the volcano, isn't he? Or go live there forever. Who knows what this dude is gonna do? Because apparently he can survive the temperatures in the volcano. I don't know why, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe it was his shadow then. I'm just gonna go with it was his shadow.
Yeah.
Even though
he's just
really
somehow immortal to heat. So Mulder gives a narration at the end that he and Scully were quarantined for a month while the military basically cleansed, sealed, salted and burned the area. So they've like sealed it off. So the whole area's under military control now, meaning, that means they're probably part of the conspiracy now.
Yeah. It just shows someone, there's a military guy walking past and it shows his badge on his arm up close.
Yeah, what was that badge? I didn't get that.
I don't know. I didn't recognise it, but maybe it's going to come up a bit later on, or we'll see it throughout without any explanation or something like that. I think because it wasn't recognisable to us, that was sort of a hint that it's a bit dodgy, Maybe.
Okay, I've just got it up here. It's the US Army Chemical Corps, who were tasked with defending the US against chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear weapons. So I think it was their badge.
Oh, so is it a real badge then? It's like
I think so, yeah. Do you remember what it looked like? Because I can't remember what it looked like.
I think it was like yellow with like a blue and red kind of cross type thing on it.
Yeah, that's what they got here. It's like yellow and sort of like purplish with a cross. Yeah, it is, yeah. So that's who that was. So the episode ends. So the final shot of the episode shows Trepkos carrying Jesse's body back into the volcano, and I thought that would have been a perfect way to end the episode. But nope, they decide to zoom in on that fucking tin can Firewalker robot, which we haven't like seen that during the episode at all. It's just fucking. Yeah. So that is the end of that one. I mean, we've already had what you think. Not a fan, no.
It was all right. Like, I think all the acting was really good. I love the effects. I love the fungal virus type stuff. I don't know. It was a little bit flat. Like, it wasn't. It might be because the last episode was so fucking good and powerful and that. And we've had like even I think we mentioned it in previous episodes. Even the Monster of the Week episodes have been like involving a bit of myth arc and like having a bit of continuation. Like we'll see in the next one as well. But it just felt a little bit flat to me, you know.
Yeah, I mean, this had all the things I like about it, though. You know, like I said, the abandoned base, them going in. It's basically just a remake of Ice, which I loved so much, and and it was not a bad episode. So yeah, just really enjoyed it. Enjoyed all the familiar faces as well, because that's something everyone loves doing, isn't it? As soon as you're on something, like get on IMDb as you're watching a film, see what everyone's been in. You know, where do I know this dude from? Where do I? And that's like a treat in itself, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I don't know. It was like I'd probably watch it again and enjoy it a bit more, maybe in a couple of years or something. But I don't know. I
think if it hadn't been for the throat bursters, I would have not liked this as much, because I thought those effects were just so cool looking. You only see it twice, but it just looked fucking especially the second time. Well good.
Yeah, it was really good.
Have you got any trivia for us?
Oh, I believe I do now. Play the jingle. Okay, Howard Gordon was inspired to write the story after seeing 2 news reports about Project Dante, a robotic explorer created by NASA that had been sent into a volcano. There's actually only another 3 pieces of trivia for this, Dan, so this will be quick. The real Mount Avalon is located in Grafton County in the White Mountains of New Hampshire. The show's Mount Avalon is set somewhere in the Cascades range, range, presumably between Washington and Oregon. Every time I hear or see the word Oregon, it has to be pronounced Oregon, like David Lynch from Firewalker with me.
Is Twin Peaks in Oregon or is it in Washington? Is it right on the border?
It's Washington. Like, it's in Twin Peaks, which is a fictional town in like around Washington, that kind of area.
It's right on the border with Canada, isn't it? Sorry.
Yeah. But in Firewalk with Me, when David Lynch meets with Chris Isaac and what's his name? And that woman comes out in the red dress with the blue rose. Yeah. He starts giving him information and he says, Oregon. And he goes, Oregon. So, yeah.
Ooh, that's a film.
But it's not set in Oregon. It is. It's a great film. Cannot wait to watch it again. The set used for the exterior of the field-based camp was later sold to the production company responsible for the TV series The Sentinel from 1996. Interesting stuff. And one last one for you. There are actually some microbes that can survive the extremes of a volcano. They are fittingly classified as extremophiles. Sounds like an alien pedo.
I mean, yeah, like, where would, like, an organism, where else could an extremophile live? Like, the Antarctic or, like, the vacuum of space or something like that. They would be, like, the hardest places to live.
The bottom of the ocean.
Oh, yeah, fuck that.
Under your foreskin.
Somewhere that hasn't seen the light of day in years. I wonder what's under there.
You can cut that out if you like, because that was quite disgusting.
What, my foreskin?
And that is the trivia of the week. There are only 4 bits, so my apologies.
Well, thank you for that trivia. Have you got a spooky or interesting story for us?
So, kind of, yeah. It was hard to, like, come up with something for this. I got to be honest. I messaged you late last night, like, I can't find anything, because we've done cordyceps before. We've done, like, infection, and thinking about it, I probably could have looked up some kind of story about, like, research teams that have gone insane or something, which would have been way better than what I've got.
I imagine that's going to be a recurring thing during the X-Files, so maybe keep that one in the back pocket for when you need it.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, I don't want to disappoint viewers by actually giving them a good story, so I'll carry on with my shit ones. So this isn't a story. This is facts about volcanoes. Oh, God, I'm boring myself here just fucking thinking about this. Right, I'll give you a couple.
Go on.
So, interesting fact about volcanoes. We can trace volcanic ash layers to their individual volcanoes, which tells us how much material was ejected and how powerful they were. That's what she said. Volcanology also is probably the easiest way to utterly wreck young Earth creationism, especially when you bring in supervolcanoes. They love to point out that the young Earth creationists, I don't know what they're called, when they get all uppity, Earth is only 6,000 years old. Okay. God, it's like a kid's written this. Oh, God, I'm not reading all that. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to stop there because it's fucking bollocks.
Just looking at young Earth creationism now, it's they believe that the Earth was created by the supernatural acts of the God of Abraham between 10,000 and 6,000 years ago, which directly contradicts established scientific data that puts the age of the Earth around 4.5 billion years. So.
That is a long ass time.
Yeah. Oh, we should have just taken the piss out of these young Earth guys. That would have been pretty good.
Should we do that instead? I've got some actual like little facts here. When certain lava dries, it can become quite jagged and sharp, and this is called lava because the Hawaiians named it after the sound you make when you walk over it.
Fuck off, that's not real. Real monsters.
We can't predict when a volcano will erupt. That's why saying Yellowstone is due for an eruption pisses off so many scientists. Even the past eruptions at Yellowstone were not at equal time lengths from each other. And in fact, the theory is that Yellowstone's volcano is dormant due to a lack of magma. Every time I hear the word magma or read the word magma, I have to say it like Dr. Evil.
When you're a kid and you want to learn stuff about life and the teachers are just teaching you the fact that lava is called magma when it's underground. It's like, oh, right, thanks for that.
I didn't even know that, to be honest.
Magma.
You can put your hand in lava for a fraction of a second and come out completely unscathed. This is due to the Leidenfrost effect, where the intense heat burns off the top layer of moisture on your skin first before your actual skin.
Oh, yeah. I'll just go and stick my hand in a big vat of lava.
Well, science is asking for it, Dan, so...
But you'd have to have the reactions of Bruce Lee to do that. You know, you'd have to be straight in, straight out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it'd be too hard to do it as fast as you can.
Yeah, but I don't think you could do it in less than half a second.
I could. Watch this. Watch how fast this is.
No, we're talking about dipping your hand in lava, not how fast you come.
Look how fast my hand is moving right now. That is so fast.
All right, I tell you what, we'll take you to a volcano. We'll see how you get on.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Volcanoes are a result of the Earth's crust crashing and forming a mountain-like structure with an opening in which the Earth's magma and gas can escape. And I'm going to read one more because this is probably the most boring thing I've ever researched in my life. If you have the misfortune of being in the path of a volcanic eruption, it's not the lava that will kill you. It's the pyroclastic flow that gets you first. Hot air and other gases and matter. So there you go. If you're gonna get, if you feel like you're gonna get like killed by a volcano or it's magma or lava, then you're probably gonna just suffocate first. Sulfur or something in your lungs.
I remember watching the film Knowing with my mum years ago, and spoilers for that film if you haven't seen it. Actually, yeah, go and watch that film because it's fucking awesome.
It is.
At the end of the film, the sun is basically expanding and it's going to destroy the Earth, and it blows the Earth up in this massive Michael Bay style explosion. It's all dramatic and it looks really fucking cool. And I was watching it with my mum and she was like, would it happen like that? And I was like, no. The heat from the sun would kill you days earlier and you would die slow and painful death. It wouldn't be instant like that, so don't you worry. She was like, oh right, yeah, thanks for setting my mind at ease. I was like, it wouldn't be the heat from the sun. Well, it would be the heat from the sun that gets you, but it wouldn't destroy you. It wouldn't be the flames from the sun that kill you.
Yeah, you'd die of dehydration probably. It'd probably suck all the moisture out of your body way before that.
Die of heartbreak.
Look how fast this is. So there you go.
I could just see you. Is that something you do on a first date? Just like, look how fast I can do this.
First date and second date, wedding, show the in-laws. See, I can do it with 2 hands.
Right, that brings us to the end of the episode. We will see you in 10 days' time for a Myth Arc episode, Red Museum. Looking forward to that one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, sweet.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to the Dark Talk Files. We'll see you again. Goodbye and good night.
Mark.